Okay, another A201, communication between parties. And this is a really, we talked about this a little bit already. This is really one of those, like I find this very difficult. The example I always give is when I had a client and myself and a contractor on a thread from on text, and clients asked like 7 questions.
Yeah.
And the contractor, who was probably driving from one project to another, says yes.
Right.
And then, I'm looking at this thinking, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is terrible. Like,
Yep.
like what is going on? And so I'm asking all these other specific questions, but everybody's like annoyed that I'm
Right.
writing these extensive texts, and this whole communication thing seems to be really kind of a tricky part of the moment in time right now.
Yeah, and I think that's important. And if you take a look at the language down here, now it isn't mandated, but it says the contract documents may specify other communication protocols. It talks about how you want to communicate back and forth. It uses the same language that we found in the B101. The owner shall promptly notify the architect of the substance or directed communications, of any direct communications between the owner and the contractor. So it's consistency in language. But it also, as I said down here, talking about communication protocols. These are important that you establish those up front.
And it could be anything. It could be, you could establish whatever you want, whatever works for all the parties, but
Yes.
you establish something.
Correct.